welcome to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Hi, I'm Larry.
I'm Sam, and can I just say, Josh, I am blown away by this room, man. This is a literary dream, brother. You're living the dream in here. This is incredible. I've seen less books at bookstores. You guys can't see on camera, but behind you, it just goes on for miles. This is incredible. Thank you for having me, Josh.
My pleasure.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Josh. That was the best introduction that I've ever...
Can I leave now? Or am I good? No, I'll stay for a few.
We need you to take
part.
part
We're
in our
just getting
discussion.
started.
Fine. I mean, I read the whole book and everything.
Now it's time to introduce you, the brand new person
wow.
on our panel.
All right.
The second person from a silent book club or general book club that I've had on the show. Crystal was the first. And Sam has... he's put together at least 2 podcasts, and I really need to watch your interviews of David Newell, a.k.a.
Mr. McNeely from Mr. Rogers. I got to speak with him twice. Yeah, we used to do one of my favorite podcasts I did was the Nostalgia Cafe, and we got to speak to those actors and actresses from the 80s and 90s that we grew up on, and he was the best, man. If it was the next best thing to interviewing Mr. Rogers himself. He was so cool. So very cool.
Yeah, I've heard Mr. McFeely speak, doing some, like, when he goes over some of the things that they did on the show, like when they had Margaret Hamilton on, and when they had all these other special guests.
Yeah, he'll talk about it with you for hours. He'll talk about it like you are Mr. Rogers. He treats you like $1 million. He's exactly what you would expect from a cast of Mr. Rogers. That's what he is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wonderful person. That was a highlight for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I podcast at my summer camp. I own a summer camp, and we have the Camp Tuscaloosa podcast. I have an art club podcast, and I just interview a lot of people. I love doing it, man.
And what are your podcasts called?
Oh boy, okay. Camp Tuscaloosa podcast, Nostalgia Cafe, Pillars of Hamilton, Welcome to the Clubhouse, and I think that's it. That's it.
Pillars of Hamilton.
Yeah.
I love Hamilton as well.
Do you? Yeah, I got to interview everyone from the mayor to my best friend, so that was a fun one.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. Today we're going to be going over a graphic text. In this case, it's a comic book, and it's Batman: The Long Halloween, and it was put together by Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale. Jeph Loeb is the writer, and Tim Sale is the artist.
I should make a mention of this. Batman: The Long Halloween is also part of an unofficial trilogy of books, including Batman Year One and Batman Dark Victory. This one is technically considered the second book, but they can all be read individually because they're not really part of a series. They're just a part of an unofficial trilogy that people clump together.
Mm-hmm. I think it's also worth noting that you had Gregory Wright contributed colors, Richard Starkings and Comicraft have letters in here, and then Batman was created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger.
They've been dead for years.
But
Batman lives on.
Yeah, true.
Yes. You have a discussion starter, Dan?
Yes. Okay, so throughout the book, the thing is, people are killed throughout the holidays. Did you suspect who the holiday killer was while reading? Did the ending surprise you, or did it all just click into place?
I mean, I'm a knucklehead. I was suspecting probably everyone else except who it was. Or spoilers? Are we good with spoilers?
Yeah,
the 2, or I guess technically 3 people.
It's confirmed 2. It's never really said. It's suspected, but the thing is never confirmed. The thing is that Two-Face was one of them.
Okay. So when it turned out that, I'm sorry, what's the son's name? Alberto, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But my jaw dropper was when, Gilda, is it? The wife?
Yes.
Gilda,
when Gilda, and then I went back, I saw that she had the what are they called? The nipples of the
Yeah, for
Am I allowed
baby
to say
bottles.
that?
Baby doll.
The baby
Yeah.
bottle thing, and
Yeah.
I went back and she had them around her house. She was the one putting silencers on them. I was like, oh, that one was a little bit of a jaw dropper and really cool too.
She laid low, so there was a possibility that she was getting involved in everything.
Yeah, you could tell that she was troubled, but it just seemed like she was so like non a part of things, you know, like she was like frail. You
Yeah,
know,
just
like,
kind of in the background.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which makes her an unsuspecting killer because you didn't suspect her to be one of them.
That's right.
Because like me, when I was reading it, like I would say like near the end before it revealed that it's Alberto, I kind of figured it was probably someone in the mob doing it, and I figured Alberto because I was like, I don't trust him, and then it turns out to be that, but I did not expect, oh, there's a second killer, and the thing is, it turns out the thing is, Alberto didn't commit all of them, even though he took credit for all of them, because he didn't commit the first three. The thing is, that was Gilda.
Yeah.
So how did you guys feel about that? Because when I thought it was just Alberto, I was like, all right, I guess that's kind of cool. But then when I found out it was Gilda, I was like, okay, I'm satisfied now. That was cool. What did you guys think?
I figured the thing is, well, Gilda kind of made sense because, you know, the mob in Gotham, the thing is everyone hates them, so the thing is, like, it's surprising that she ended up taking action against them. But Alberto, I was like, oh, he's just trying to cut out competition to go higher in the ranks in the mob.
She did it though because she wanted to spend more time with her husband, and I think that she was doing it for Harvey Dent because there's a lot behind him that he's got so many skeletons, and
I mean, when he became Two-Face.
that's why that's I think a great explanation of why he's Two-Face, because he's got the political, more engaging side to him, but that other side is demonic and ruthless.
Yeah.
But I think with there have been different ways that the Two-Face story was approached. I think it was interesting that it was Sal Maroni that threw the acid, and it had an impact on half of his face. I mean, The Dark Knight, which was highly inspired, Christopher Nolan was heavily inspired by this particular.
Yeah, also the first meeting of the Joker was also in this as well. And the thing is, the movie Dark Knight had him meeting the Joker for the first time.
But it was different stories too. I mean, it wasn't from the holiday backdrop, and in The Dark Knight, it was a different where Harvey Dent got in he was caught in some kind of
Explosion.
yeah.
And since his face was covered in oil, and the thing is, when the bombs went off, the thing is, the flames caught him, and the thing is, it burned his face.
Yes, that because he was in that kind of circumstance rather than in the courtroom.
Yeah, and it was the loss of the woman that kind of set him over the edge. Yeah, and in this story, it's a little less clear, but it's, I guess, you know, like, it's Gilda. Here he is trusting, you know, his wife, and then she turns out to be, you know, a murderer, and I think that's what kind of sets him over the edge.
Yeah. But here's the thing, that he was completely cool with it, because Two-Face does kill people, but, you know, he does it in, like, a gamey way where he flips a coin and then he decides to kill you.
I think she was thinking that they were working as a team rather than because we don't know, but it's not like she's for him. She's not against him.
Yeah.
But she's also lying and killing.
But she's killing people who kind of deserve it.
She,
Well, that's why we have a system of justice, though. We don't have.
I mean that, and
that's what makes
Batman.
Batman. The thing that makes Batman a good guy is that he doesn't kill people.
and he never carries a gun because that's what the person that killed his parents killed him with.
Yeah, he gets them to justice. But
And it's interesting that
but then you got the whole element of Gotham City being a completely corrupt space. So you know, and then that all plays into it. But
Because, like, Jim Gordon's, like, seems to be the only cop that Batman trusts, but everyone else, he does not.
no.
Yes, I agree that Batman's a good guy. So, as I was saying, this also shows you the things that it's an inexperienced Batman, because this is, like, only him during his second year as being the Batman. Because, like, you know, yes, Gotham City is corrupt, the thing is with all the cops and stuff like that, like, Jim Gordon's the only one he trusts, and, you know, if you read the other part of the unofficial trilogy, like Year One, we see the things that the commissioner before Jim was actually corrupt and taking money from the mob to keep them keep what they were doing under wraps. So, yeah, so like Batman's kind of like the term they use, Dark Knight. The thing is protecting the city by getting rid of the criminal element. But also the thing is you also have other vigilantes popping up and also other villains popping up as well because of Batman's involvement.
What I think is interesting is that it lays out the fact that Batman can't do everything. He could get people, he could bring people down and present them to the law and to the police, but the police have to arrest them. The district attorney has to prosecute them, and they still have to go through the process that is the court system.
And how about actually keeping them in Arkham Asylum? That seems to be the toughest part.
Yes.
It's like...
How many times has Joker broken out of that place?
Every time. And that's why I want to ask you guys, it's like, yeah, he's the good guy because he doesn't kill people. But, I mean, people are being killed because he's not killing people. I mean, how many... Joker was going to wipe out an entire block to get to one guy in this book,
Yeah.
At one point, you were like, okay, I'm going to save a lot of people. I just got to kill this one Joker, I got to do something else. He's going to break out again, and he's going to kill a lot of people. Like, I wrestle with, like, is he being great by constantly not ending these people who are going to go on and end many others?
It's a major debate because it depends on how you interpret the law. Because you could start talking about the death penalty as well, where you find a way to just lethally inject the Joker and other villains. However, would the Joker how would the Joker respond to something like that?
You probably laugh. That's why he pretty much does to everything.
I mean, granted, there were instances in some of the films where the characters did die, but in this case, it's just an ongoing thing, which I reckon that it makes things all the more interesting, but yet it just takes a major issue and just puts a bandage on it, rather than removes it once and for all.
Because the system and everything in Gotham is so corrupt, and where do you find hope in that situation?
Is it much different from any other city?
I mean, it's hyper sensationalized, and it's like that's the forefront of what this story is about. Is in this land of utter corruption, where do you find hope, and how do you provide justice, and what do you do? And because right from the very beginning, you got these three men, and they're making this pact together, right, where they're going to do things above board and make sure that everything is done, but they're not going to become villains in doing it.
Yeah, Batman, Jim, and I think Harvey Dent before he became Two-Face.
Yeah, they make the pact. And then, like, right around that same time, they find a big stockpile of cash that Falcone is hiding from the banks. And what do? They burn it.
Dent was kind of tempted. That was a lot of money, right?
Yeah, well, Bruce Wayne doesn't need it. Jim Gordon's a good guy. Harvey Dent, he's a lawyer. He could take the money.
He's a lawyer. Yeah, all them lawyers.
Come on, man, just a little off the top. Come on, man.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne doesn't need money. He's already got plenty to spare. He built the whole cave underground.
Yeah,
solid point.
Yeah, Dent would be the guy. Well, or Gordon, though. I mean, but Gordon's a good man. And Dent is, he's teetering. Because, are you supposed to burn that money? No, you're supposed to turn it into state's evidence, but then somebody else will copy it or get it, and Falcone will probably end up getting it back because it was discovered illegally or whatever, So it's like, that's the question that's always at the forefront, is what's the difference between the hero and the villain here? And that's what makes Two-Face such a compelling, counter to Batman.
Because, he was, it was, there's glimpses, the things that it hints at Dent is, not, just straight and narrow always. We see the things that he sometimes teeters between the line, but when he finally gets, his face burned off, alright, the thing is, something in him completely snaps, and the thing is, now you see that he's physically got two personalities, and actually acts on both sides of, what that is the best in his interests.
Yeah. Well, he comes up with this rationalization and this methodology that's completely arbitrary. It's just a coin toss.
Yeah, because he wants to play judge, jury, and executioner.
But he doesn't though. He doesn't. Because he knows that he can't do that. So he's leaving it up to the coin.
Yeah, because the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, the coin is the judge. He flips that. Whatever a verdict is, that's like a jury verdict, and then he becomes either executioner or the things you're set free.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, like, so I'm saying, like, he became all three parts of the law in himself with the coin and the gun and, you know, all the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Something that I noticed in here, and I mean, you only get a smaller snippet of Harvey Dent as Two-Face. I mean, I don't know if that's common to the chronicle of Two-Face's story, because like in The Dark Knight, the movie, Two-Face is brought down by the end. And in this case, I mean, he goes to Arkham Asylum by the end, but you don't have as much of a fuller length account of what he can do.
Yeah, well, this is supposed to be like Batman during his early years, so like the year 2. So all the villains that were created, like this is the first time he meets the Joker, Two-Face gets created. Thing is, like, these characters, well, they're technically, it's supposed to be based within the main canon of Batman. So the thing is, you knew these characters were going to survive, you started learning how they came to be. So Two-Face, while he may have lost his mind in this book, he hasn't completely gone off the deep end like he does later on.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, if you know Two-Face from the earlier books, remember, this is a pre-Two-Face, alright, becoming Two-Face, and the thing is how he was during his early time when he first became the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's meant to be Batman's early years, because the thing is, like, it's supposed to be like an unofficial sequel to Batman Year 1, so it's kind of like Year 2.
Okay.
And really, I would say that Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face, that is the main character in this story.
Yeah, he's a big theme, because it also plays into the theme of what the whole story's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this story is also like a transferring of power, right? From these pretty normal Godfather-esque characters, gangsters, to now we've got, you know, we took them down, but now we got Joker
People
and
in masks,
people
running
in
around.
masks, and like
And like that's what brings up the
Scarecrow.
other question is, like,
Yeah.
does Batman's influence cause the rise of these supervillains?
that's what I'm saying.
Or the thing is, were these guys always just in hiding because the mob had so much power?
It's a good question, man.
Yeah.
Good question.
Catwoman's very
vacuum.
complex.
Yeah.
Uh,
I also love her costume in that one too. I know it's weird, but I kind of like the purple cat-looking costume. It actually looks like a cat.
Hey, why do you guys think it's consistent? They consistently say they believe in Gotham. I haven't seen any part of Gotham where I'm like, this is a great place. We should fight for this.
Gotham City is in New Jersey, technically in DC Universe.
Oh.
So, and you know,
Is it? What? Wait a minute.
We
Why
are-
do we get stuck with them?
And
Let's
as,
go.
as New Jerseyans, we kind of get prideful about our state, even though it's not real that great.
No way. New Jersey's awesome.
That's another debate.
No, it is.
Gotham it's pretty reflective of New York City, even if it's set in New Jersey.
It's
Yeah.
New
Well,
York.
It's
if
definitely
you
New
look
York.
at the there's a map of like the DC like cities, like because these aren't real cities, but Gotham City is right at the end of New Jersey, so like right between New York City and New Jersey, and the thing is, in Metropolis is somewhere in Delaware.
I always thought Metropolis would be like in the middle,
That's probably
Middle West somewhere, like Indianapolis or something.
that means it'd be in Hudson County, and there's a pretty interesting crime rate there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was Newark, I could definitely believe it.
Newark, yeah.
But then you have, to me, I thought the Riddler was depicted very gawky, rather than like Frank Gorsham's. Maybe you could see some remnants of Jim Carrey's Riddler. Definitely not
When was this written?
Early 90s?
80s, but it
Oh,
was
the 80s.
I'll have to check. It was 96.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it says it right there. Yeah.
Because then you got, the calendar man seems to be borrowing from Hannibal Lecter a little bit, that whole that aspect.
Well, yeah, because like his whole thing is like calendar dates, and the thing is throughout the whole story, it's like this person only kills on holidays. So like it starts off with Halloween, and then then you go to like Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Yeah.
New Year's, and all those
Labor
stuff.
Day.
I think Calendar Man was an interesting villain, and they mentioned that they may, in an upcoming movie in the Batman trilogy, they might incorporate Calendar Man. But I mean, Calendar Man spends the entire time in Arkham Asylum, locked up. But I guess he's a primary suspect.
I love comic book characters. Like I was looking through this book. I was like, man, I really enjoy this. Like I don't enjoy reading comic books so much. Like I find it difficult because I do have a visual impairment, so it's very difficult for me to get through it. But I love the characters so much. Like Batman's such an interesting character.
Oh yeah, like he's been around for like years. I think like the first time he was created was in 1934 or something like that.
Yeah, almost 100 years now.
One of the old Superman's older.
Okay.
But I prefer the Batman universe to the Superman one because I think that Batman's a more fleshed out and a more mortal character, and I also like the cast of villains too. I think they're very plenty and fleshed out, whereas I think someone like Superman, it feels like it's a bit more limited. He doesn't really have as many standout villains.
Yeah, with Superman, like like all of his villains, like some of them are like aliens, if we're being honest. Batman's though, his villains I feel like are like a bit more grounded because for example, the Black Mask, who isn't in this book, but the thing is, he was originally a crime boss and then starts wearing a mask, and I can see like these people going this far to become like these villains because, if we're being honest, a lot of them are insane. Because like clearly the Joker, is an insane guy who dresses up like a clown, right? The Riddler wears a green suit because of things, and he became evil because the thing is somebody snubbed him of a lot of money. So the things he starts to become like. All I'm saying is the thing is the villains seem like it's possible that these real life people could go to these lengths depending on how far they're pushed.
I have a book about the psychology of Batman.
Me too. Batman and psychology.
I think you gave me a copy of that.
It's right behind. My copy is right behind you.
They diagnose all the villains.
Yes, and they haven't.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
They haven't sorted out by different kinds of diagnoses, if they're similar. But
How about Solomon Grundy? Speaking of bad guys.
Born on a Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know which. Well, does he come from Batman originally, or was he Superman?
I don't know. It's the first time I ever read about him, but yeah, he's.
That was one of my
Another creepy
favorite
dude.
parts at the end of the one issue where he gives them the Thanksgiving dinner. Batman does.
Yeah.
At the end of that, I loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready. Was there anything else that stood out as far as this particular comic was concerned?
Well, since we're talking about comic book, I gotta mention the thing is the artwork. I actually like the artwork in this comic. The thing is, it's how I imagine Batman comics looking like. It feels yes, it's colorful. It feels very noir, in a way, which is like, and the thing is like this is and the reason why I like these kind of Batman stories of like the early years of his life is that they are actually like Batman's always considered the world's greatest detective or second greatest detective. Here, he's actually acting like a detective solving a mystery.
Yeah, and he's lamenting it. He's like, I don't want to be a detective.
Yeah.
Some of the art is wild. Like Batman's cape is like a mile long in
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah.
ones, and Poison Ivy, the flowers and whatever everywhere. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the dimension where Catwoman's always got to be saving Batman from Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also, I thought it was weird that they gave her a tail. She has a tail on this, if nobody knows that.
Ooh, Catwoman or Batman?
Catwoman. If you look, so like her outfit, the things if you actually look, there's actually a tail on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes me wonder, does that move or is that just there? I feel like if you're a thief, that's kind of like a
It
disadvantage.
gets stuck in a door or something.
Yeah, or if it's like hanging down, the cops can see it. But it's like, who's there?
Take a step on it.
Maybe she got a Neuralink. Maybe
Like, that's
Bruce
why I
Wayne
always
Enterprises
like-
gave her a Neuralink so
Yeah,
she can
my
control
only
the
problem
top.
is that things like I like the outfit, but it's just like, why was there a tail?
Oh, it's a cat.
Yeah, but you have the ears.
Yeah,
Cats have tails.
cats do have tails. That is true.
Yeah, I don't know. The claws and the ears kind of just like I'm aware that you're a cat. You need a tail.
Right on.
Alrighty then. Do we have any Final thoughts?
I like it.
Yeah, it's great. Comparing Superman to Batman, you know, Batman's very flawed. Everyone in it is flawed, and you can relate. Also, I think also something relatable is you keep trying to do good. You keep trying to save the world, but bad things just keep happening to you and the people around you. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that to some degree. So, yeah, you can feel that one.
Yeah, it's definitely realistic in that way. The way that the world actually is very dark and corrupt. And where do you turn to for hope in a world like that?
Yeah.
And I think it does its best to just be honest and lay things out in a way that is the way it is, and that you can do your best to make an impact for good, but it's still going to be an ongoing. You're never going to get rid of bad forever.
Yeah, bad is always evolving, and good should evolve with it.
Yeah, and people are always going to want what they want, and I think that is a huge underlying message within this piece.
Yeah. Did you guys see the movie?
Which one?
The animated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's pretty different.
Yeah, they changed a lot around the things. They also made movies of the other ones as well. Well, not Dark Victory, but they did one of Year One.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did see the movie of Long Halloween in Year One. Honestly, I feel like the comic is better because the thing is you get more time with most of the characters, whereas the whole movie has to be like the whole comic in 2 hours.
Well, it's 3 hours.
Wait, it's 3
Yeah,
hours.
it was about 3 hours.
It's two
man.
parts. It's 2 parts.
Yeah.
Maybe I only saw one part. I don't know if I saw 2 parts.
Yeah.
All right, I might have to.
It was good. I thought it was very well done.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if it was at the end of the book or the movie, though. That's why I asked. Where at the end the kid shows up for trick or treating. At the end of the.
That was in the movie. That was in the movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah, because they
remember
weren't
that
expecting, and he was dressed as Batman.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a cool ending in the movie.
Because it shows you that he is making a difference, you know. And,
Right.
He's giving people that hope, even though it doesn't feel like it all the time. You know, you get a sign like that, which I thought was a nice touch.
There is hope, people.
Yeah.
Believe.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, how would we rate this? 0 to 5 stars, half stars permitted. Larry?
I go 4.5 stars. I really thought it was very well done. I even the artwork. I just I don't have the time or the patience. I like to draw my own mental pictures of a story as I'm being told or listening or reading.
I have a book whatever that's called where it's like difficult for me to do that.
Yeah, but that's just the way I prefer my medium. But definitely probably the best comic book I've ever read, the best graphic novel. So I'd say 4.5 stars. And I really like the themes that it's grappling with I really enjoyed it.
Sam?
I also give it 4.5, and it's your best graphic novel. The only graphic novel I think I would give 5 would be Watchmen. You should check it out if you haven't. But this has everything a Batman story should have, and the art was cool, and the story was cool, and everything was awesome. So 4.5.
I would also say 4.5, which is weird that we're getting the same rating 3 times. But I say 4.5 because the thing is, Batman is one of my favorite heroes and my favorite DC hero. And the thing is, like, I actually love the story because the thing is, like, if I'm being honest, this is how I envision Batman, and the thing is, this has all of it. The iconic villains, alright, Batman actually solving a mystery. The thing is, like, that's kind of like the Batman I grew up with, so that's really why I love this and give it 4.5 stars.
I'm going to give it 4. I would say the best...
Lone Wolf, Josh. Where's the Lone Wolf?
Wow.
I would
Where's
say...
the Lone Wolf,
To the
Josh?
hell.
Why, Josh? Why?
Come on, you're the Lone Wolf.
We do that for this or that or that. We don't do it for these kind of things. I thought that this was very well developed. I didn't read the other books within the trilogy, but it is able to stand on its own because I feel that comic books of that nature can, and because comic books of this nature are this way, it was very episodic. So there's things that you don't have to take into account. I mean, there's things that are exceptional, like you'll see a villain on one occasion, and then they just they're brushed away, like with the Scarecrow and the Mad Hatter. They pop up again when they when Two-Face brings them all together at the end. And that's the only appearance from the Penguin as well. But I would say that the best comic book that I've read from the DC universe, though I think you could more so call it a graphic novel, is The Killing Joke, which we went over in season 6. That to me was 5 stars.
Well, if we're talking about like what my favorite one is, mine is Crisis on Infinite Earths, which I do own too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we did also go over Watchmen in season 3,
Yeah.
and that was a good discussion. I think it was a very good and thought-provoking graphic novel, and I think I read a ranking that I think it was ranked number 1.
Yeah, it's usually in that conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we were going to do another revision season, we should have him on there for that one.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep you in mind, Sam.
If you'll have me, I'll be here.
If he's still around with us.
Wow. I'm not going anywhere, brother. I'm loyal.
I think after he finishes the subs today, I think he'll definitely come back. Okay. If you are interested in reading Batman: The Long Halloween,
yeah.
here's my copy.
His has a more shinier cover than mine. I don't know why.
Is it thicker too? I feel like you've got more going on.
I don't know, maybe. Right. Also, the thing is, there's a thing called Batman: The Absolute Long Halloween. If you ever pick that up, I don't know what space you have in your house because that thing is gigantic.
Wow. Do you have the introduction in yours? Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's
We
more
could
art
probably
in
find
the
out
other
why yours is different than mine.
Oh, okay.
Seems pretty much all the
You
same.
have this part.
No, I do not. Mine just ends with these calendar pieces right here.
Mm-hmm. Mine ends with the calendar pieces, but then there's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, okay.
We'll find out later.
Maybe
Fair
it's just
books later.
maybe it's just the paper.
Maybe
Yeah.
yours is just a newer version. I don't know.
That could be.
I bought this one like in 2012.
If you know, call, write, send us an email. Tell us what's going on with these books, people.
Already.
Comment down below.
Yeah, send us likes and all that.
I want to thank Sam for taking part with us,
That was fun, thank
and
you.
be sure to check out his podcasts, which we'll leave link down below. And be sure to join us next time on another episode of Literary Gladiators. For now, keep reading.
Bye.